Hey, what's up guys, it's Bakes here and thank you for joining me for today's unboxing, which is a package from Pure Noise Records. As usual, I'm not going to show you the front because it's got all my information on it, but either way, like I said, a package of 4 albums from Pure Noise Records. Let's get into it. I'm going to try and make this a quicker unboxing today because I've actually got somewhere to be, and I was not expecting this to arrive in the mail today. It actually came so fast, so I thought this would kind of be the last thing I was doing, but when I saw it on my doorstep, I'm like, yes, I really want to get stuck into this and of course make a video out of it, so that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, it came super fast. I swear I only ordered this like a couple of days ago. Like I said, it's unboxing a package from Pure Noise Records, but I should say technically, before I get into what albums are expected to be inside, this is technically from Artist First, who is, I guess, Pure Noise Records, you know, collab company for here in Australia. So, you know, obviously it's going to cost you so much more to get albums shipped from, you know, Pure Noise Records directly, you know, if you're Australian. So Artist First is their collab. Sorry, all the cardboard fucking dust and everything went everywhere. Little invoice. Yeah, so it's technically from Artist First, but yeah, like I said, Pure Noise Records. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of rambling. Like I said, I want to try and get this done quicker because I got places to be. Now, there's 4 albums inside this package here. 3 albums are from this year. That was the whole reason I did this order, because it's coming to the end of the year, and as you guys like to know, I like to have the albums that I've enjoyed through the year in my collection and have a physical copy of them. And then 1 is a throwback. So we'll finish with the throwback, but we'll start with the 3 from this year in no particular order. Let's get into it. So the first one here is by a pop punk band that I really enjoy. The band is Bearings, and this is their album Comfort Company. So this is their 4th full-length album, which is crazy to think about. I remember their debut full-length, Blue in the Dark, and that just blew my world, and I was so excited to see future music, and now we're at album number 4. And I think they actually, I could be wrong, I could be misremembering, but I think they only just had an album come out last year, so I was actually really surprised that, you know, it was such a quick turnaround between album 3, album 4. But yeah, Comfort Company, I have given it a listen a couple of times, and I do, so far, I think I enjoy it more than what their 3rd album was. The 3rd one sort of, even though it was passable and it was fine, it just sort of dropped the ball from the sort of stuff I usually like from them, and I still wouldn't say this is at their top caliber, but I definitely enjoyed checking out this one. So, Comfort Company by Bearings. Again, like I said, from this year. The next one here. Okay, this was a cool one that snuck up on me. By the band Bloom, and the title of the album is called The Light We Chase. Again, if I remember correctly, it was only last year that Bloom put out their last album, which I think was also their debut full length. So a really quick turnaround again, if I remember correctly. But the thing about this one is it like really snuck up on me. I remember when their album from last year came out, and everyone was talking about it. There was a lot of buzz, a lot of hype and everything, and I checked it out, and it's grown on me more over time. I think if I give it a few more listens and, you know, come across it at the right price and whatever, I'll probably pick it up. But this one I heard nothing about. I think by the time I saw it, like, in stores and everything, I was like, oh shit, like, I haven't even listened to it once, so got around to listening to it, and yeah, I enjoyed it more than their debut one, so I'm really digging this one. And the song that like really grabbed me was the track Keep You, featuring Patrick from Movements. His voice is just so distinct, and I'm like, oh fuck, what a great collab there. But yeah, The Light We Chase by Bloom. So I'm aware I'm doing this very rushed and you know, a lot quicker than I normally would. I'd normally go into a lot more depth and whatnot, but like I said, I had different plans this afternoon, was not expecting this package. But anyway, one of my favourite albums from this year. I was so happy to find this on the site and get a chance to pick it up. It's by the band Arm's Length, and the title of the album is There's a Whole World Out There. So this was my first introduction into Arm's Length, and it just blew me away. Like, it's sort of a mix between pop punk, which, as if you guys know me, is like one of my favourite subgenres of music. Probably is my favourite subgenre, but it's also got like this fusion of like emo and like Midwest, and oh, it's just so fucking cool. So cool. Just the lyrics and the instrumentals, everything together. It's just, this album has like really stood out to me from this year. So Arm's Length, there's a whole world out there. And then finally finishing up with the throwback album, and you guys might be actually pretty surprised that I never actually had this in my collection, and I'm looking at it now and I was correct. So I saw this on, Pure Noise Records website, which, as I said, it's partnered with Artist First, and I was looking going, I don't remember this band being signed with Pure Noise Records, especially around the time of this album's release, and I'll quickly get into what that album is. It is So Wrong, It's Right by All Time Low, so one of their earlier albums and one of their most popular albums and stuff. And yeah, it's by Hopeless Records, so I guess, Artist First, they do a lot of collabs with like different record companies, so yeah, I as I said, I saw it then, I'm like, I'm so sure they weren't signed with Pure Noise Records around this time, and yeah, thinking back 2007, yeah, it would have been with Hopeless, but yeah, So Wrong It's Right by All Time Low. Now, like I said, I'm sure a lot of people would be surprised that I never actually had this in my collection already. I know this is going to be sort of blasphemy to say, especially as a massive pop-punk fan, but I don't rate All Time Low as highly as what a lot of other people do. I think when they put out, like, I reckon their best songs are fucking incredible. Like, when they have the right mixture of just everything working for them, their songs are fucking outstanding. But then a lot of, like, a lot of their albums in full, like, kind of underwhelm me a little bit, and a lot of their newer albums of the past, like, Handful of Years, 5, 6, haven't really hit for me. I think their last truly great album was Don't Panic, which came out after this one, but of course, most people would know this album for being the one with Dear Maria, Count Me In on it. But yeah, those are the 4 albums that I picked up from, again, Pure Noise Records. But if you're here in Australia, I recommend going through Artist First, because you're going to save a lot of money and obviously time as well, because like I said, this was not what I was expecting to be on my doorstep today. I swear I ordered this all just like a couple of days ago, so very well done, Artist First. But let's do a quick little recap. So the band Bearings, their 4th album, Comfort Company, from this year, and it only came out like last month as well. Same with the Bloom album. As I said, this is their sophomore full length, The Light We Chase. Yeah, and as I said, if I see their debut album for the right price and give it another listen around, and I'm pretty sure I'd end up picking it up. Arm's Length, there's a whole world out there. Out of the 4 albums that we have here, this is the one I'm most ecstatic about. Like, such a fucking cool album. Check it out for sure. When I do my favourite albums of the year list coming up at the end of 2025, expect that one to be fairly high, guys. And then finally, So Wrong It's Right as the throwback album by All Time Low. It was just sort of one of those things where, like I said, I think this album, like as I said, from front to back isn't anything overly incredible, but it's one that, again, as a pop-punk fan, I'm very familiar with, and it was just kind of like, well, no better time like the present. Like, if I'm not going to pick it up now, when am I? So, pulled the trigger on it. But thank you for joining me there, guys, for that unboxing from Pure Noise Records. Like I said, it was a little bit of a rushed one. Yeah, I just expected to come home, shower, and get going to where I need to go. But I wanted to get these albums out, just make sure that they're all, fine and not damaged, and, just actually feel them in my hands. And I'm like, I want to do a video for it, obviously. So I just sort of slapped this together, and yeah, that's probably why I seem a bit, I don't know if flustered's the right word, but, just like I'm a bit antsy, ready to get going. So thank you for joining me for this unboxing, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know any of your favourite albums of the 4 that I pulled out here, or any bands that you recommend, or, whatever. Just leave a comment. I like looking at them. So thank you for joining me for today's unboxing, guys, and I'll see you for another video soon. Peace.